everything with the rhythm. Hey, so take a bounce to the rhythm, jump to the rhythm, then we vibes to the rhythm, wine to the rhythm, we go pump to the rhythm, drink to the rhythm, everything to the rhythm. Cause I'm at a happy place in my life, every living day. Happy place in my life, every living day. A happy place in my life, every living day. Tell them I'm at a happy place in my life, every living day. Happy place in my life, every living day. A happy place in my life, every living day. Hey, every living day. I'm at a happy place in my life, every living day. Happy place in my life, every living day. A happy place in my life, every living day. I'm at a happy place in my life, and it can't change. No way. And I just come out here to do right. Hey. So whether day or night, I will never ever change. I'm at a happy place everywhere I go. I'm at a happy place, never ever change. I'm at a happy place everywhere I go. I'm at a happy place. So when you see me rocking with my friends, it's just a love, it's just a vibes on the ends. And when you see me rocking by myself, tell them it's no false pretense when me tell them. And when you see the liquor in me head, me live my life like it's no problem. And anybody who fight with me, tell them me only a love for them. That's why I will never ever change. I'm at a happy place everywhere I go. I'm at a happy place, never ever change. I'm at a happy place everywhere I go. I'm at a happy place. I smile at day, give the vibes away, and I smile at day, give bad vibes away. Tell them I smile at day, give the vibes away, and I smile at day, keep bad vibes away. That's why I will never ever change. I'm at a happy place everywhere I go.
Well, you're telling all yourself, boy. You know the show don't start till 300 people strong on the line. Let we go, let we go, let we go.
Jump to the rhythm, let we vibes to the rhythm, wine to the rhythm, we go pump to the rhythm, drink to the rhythm, everything with the rhythm. Hey, so take a bounce to the rhythm, jump to the rhythm, let we vibes to the rhythm, wine to the rhythm, we go pump to the rhythm, drink to the rhythm, everything to the rhythm. Cause I'm at a happy place in my life, every living day. Happy place in my life, every living day. A happy place in my life.
Let me say good afternoon to the crews on the inside. We almost there. Let's go. So much to discuss today. But before we jump inside today's program, I had thing to give away today. Today, 5 o'clock. Somebody walking away with a hamper courtesy Angostura. Today, 5 o'clock. Somebody walking away with a 6-speed mixer. 306 on the live. Can I get 320? $335, we looking good. Like the video, share the live. Now we start the thing,
Oh, what you doing with your time? I'm gonna take time right now, but better days are coming, change your ways. Don't let this moment pass you by and remain the same. Better days are coming, change your ways. Don't let this moment pass you by and remain the same. Hey, what we gonna do now? There's no panorama. Hey,
let them know Isha on your radio. 360, can we get 400?
Enjoy life and don't complain. You got to pray like every day. And it's gonna be irate. Better days are coming, change your ways. Don't let this moment pass you by and remain the same. Better days are coming, change your ways. Don't let this moment pass you by.
All right, 369.
Let them know I don't have.
Share the live.
Misperforming, I said.
Plenty thing to talk today.
Yeah, that is life, I can't complain. When things nice, it's not like rain. This feeling I can't explain. I promise you right now, better days are coming.
300, let we shell down.
Change your ways. Don't let this moment pass you by and remain the same. I always say, Patrice again. Hey, hey, things will get better.
404, that is it, that is it, that is it.
Wouldn't last
404 on the live, 48 on the live, let's go.
things will get better.
So you know I had thing to give away, those stick. I need you guys to take out that cell phone and start to text,
Don't
919 919. And in your message, you're saying Isha this or Isha that. Tell me where you want, let's go.
What we gonna do now? There's no panorama.
Start to text.
We got your papa play my sin this over.
I had thing to give away today.
Just be patient.
From 5 o'clock, somebody within a hamper from Angostura.
To pray like every day.
From 5 o'clock, somebody within a 6-speed mixer. All you gotta do is text 9191. You send that message.
Things gonna be like
And of course, you put Aisha and whatever you want to tell me. The show's gonna be hot today. We're going until 6:30, 4:53 on the live. My. Come on, let's get this over with. Text.
things gonna get better. Hitting go last. Patrice again. Well, alright then. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, I said I can't do it not one thing. Can't do it not one thing. Can't do it not one thing. Can't do it not.
Big up the Yankers on the live. I see you.
Can't do it not one thing. Can't do it not one thing. Can't do it not one thing. Let them continue their bad work. Can't touch because we stay prayed up. Let them practice their evil. Can't touch because we stay blessed up. Let them burn their back candle. Can't reach because we send prayers up. I am forever humble. Give thanks every day I wake up. I mean say when you have a party, watch out for them. Watch out for them.
919
On the road, still watch out for them.
Send that message, Aisha. Tell me where you want after.
Watch out for them. Watch out for them. I say watch out for them.
Today is going to be lit.
Well, if you're blessed, then you're not.
I only want to see hearts in the live. Hearts.
doing not one thing. Can't do it 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 not.
Let me bring back this one from the top, guys. Let me see how I'm looking,
Patrice again. Well, alright then. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, I said I can't do it not one thing. Can't do it not one thing.
First time listener named Suzette on the inside. Maria, Anisha, Keith, Ora, Keisha, Narissa. I see you.
Let them continue their bad work. Can't touch because we stay prayed up. Let them practice their evil. Can't touch because we stay blessed up. Let them burn their back candle. Can't reach because we send prayers up. I am forever humble. Give thanks every day I wake up. I mean say when you have a party, watch out for them. Watch out for them. I say watch out for them. When you go out on the road, still watch out for them. Watch out for them. I say watch out for them. All in the workplace, watch out for them. Watch out for them. I say watch out for them. I say they all in your circle. Well, if you're blessed, then you know so you can't do it not one thing.
I love you.
Can't do it not.
Watch all you know, man.
Can't do it not one thing.
I see the hearts on the live.
Can't do it not.
469.
Can't do it not one thing. Can't do it not one thing. Mommy always tell me be careful. Don't keep back company. And she always tell me be mindful of what's going on around me. Oh. They will lock me up she boy. I mean say when you go party, watch out for them. Watch out for them. I say
Watch them, watch them.
watch out for them. Watch out for them. I say watch out for them. All on the workplace, watch out for them. Watch out for them. I say
500 on the live, watch them.
well if you're blessed then you know I say they can't do it not one thing. Can't do it not one thing. Can't do it not one thing. Can't do it not one thing.
All right, so send those messages right now.
Can't do it not one thing.
9191. Text my name Isha in the comments and send. I had thing to give away from 5 o'clock. You can win a hamper and a 6-speed mixer today. Fire burn all bad mind, now we go. What the Bible say? They come to eat up your flesh and they stumble and do what?
I said I can't do it not one thing. 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 Can't do it not one thing.
Share the live.
Let them continue their bad work. Can't touch because we stay prayed up. Let them practice the evil. Can't touch because we stay blessed up. Let them burn them back candle. Can't reach because we send prayers up. I am forever humble. Give thanks every day I wake up. I mean say when you go party, watch out for them. Watch out for them. I say watch out for them. When you go out on the road, still watch out for them. Watch out for them. I say watch out for them. All in the workplace, watch out for them. Watch out for them. I say watch out for them. I say they all in your circle. Well if you're blessed then you know so you can't do it not one thing. Can't do it not one thing. Can't do it not one thing.
All right, we're gonna go for a break. And when we come back, we jump inside today's show.
Can't do it not one thing.
I have a real thing to talk about when we come back. Don't forget to send that text 9191 Aisha in the comments. Let's go.
Don't keep back company. And she always tell me be mindful of what's going on now.
Royal Castle Soca Shot on the street 919. The Royal Castle Soca Shot on the street 919.
Hey yo, hey, check. Hey, step. Times are changing. This is a different day. I now waiting. Let we embrace the change. Now we vetting harder than everybody. So when last they went to a private party, a partying right home. Give me the passcode. I'm vetting on my phone. Oh, Instagram live mode. I in the right zone. It don't matter where we are. Let we start it. Living room is my playground. I watch it turn to the stadium. I'm vetting out the day ones. And we don't fret when the rain comes. My living room is my playground. I watch it turn to the stadium. We mash up like any day come. And we don't fret when the rain comes. This is a private party. Private party. This is a private party. Everybody jump down on the gong. All on the gong. All in the pillows. Come down on the gong. All on the gong. Mass in the pillows. Look at feathers all over we. In this private party. Got people online with we. In this private party. So much vibes and I can't believe it. Private party mad, yeah. We too bad, yeah. Set you up in my private space. 6 feet from me, wind your waist. Flip camera, don't hide your face. Show me some private ways. Sign up the bumper right there for me. You're cutting it smooth like Henness. Flip camera and wind your waist. Give me a private place. I'm partying right home. Give me the passcode. I'm betting on my phone. Oh.
That was the Royal Castle Soca Shot on the street 919. That was the Royal Castle Soca Shot on the street 919.
How them girl and them so boy? Long time all they like money man. Now you like susu man. This is from the age of 10. Had my first girlfriend. ice cream from right round the bend. But don't fast forward later then. How much money you spend? This small Suzu hand where I get. She marking every cent. You see, I trust too much girl in life. You see, I make too much of a choice. You see, I try to do what is right. Never me again. I'm jamming them girls for spite. I hand in first. All them girl is the worst. I hand in first. Can't take it in reverse. I hand in first. All them girl is the worst. I hand in first. Can't take it in reverse. I hand in like money to spend, I juggling both of them. The friend and the best friend. And they want me to spend the what? Pay the bills and rent. The two Susu hand where I get. She still say, she take cash and check. You see, I trust too much girl in life. You see, I make too much of a choice.
We tired of this racism. Stop killing we African people. Stop killing we Africans. Stop killing me. Cause we tired, yes we tired. But I got this put a helping hand. Tell me why they do not like the Africans. But I God, I don't know what we did to them. Every day they killing African children. So I want to know why they kill we. And the police to kill we. And the army kill we. Politicians to kill we. But I got this answer we kill we. CIA want to kill we. KKK want to kill we. Racist skinheads to kill we. Africans we have to unite. Build black business and treat each other right. Spend your money in black communities. Only then they will have respect for we. Over 400 years we suffering. We survived the torture, burning, rapes, hangings. Cities burning up, the whole world protesting. Black people tired of hate and racism. So I ask again why they kill we. Send the police to kill we. And the army kill we. Politicians to kill we. But I got this answer we kill we. HIV me to kill we. COVID-19 to kill we. Ebola me to kill we. Africans we have to unite. Build black business and treat each other right. Spend your money in black communities. Only then they will have respect for we. Police kill George Floyd for the world to see. Police criminals in black communities. Malcolm X and Martin Luther King they kill. Black lives matter, black people are dying still. So I ask again why they kill we. Send the police to kill we. And the army kill we. Politicians to kill we. But I got this answer we kill we. Vaccinations to kill we. Jim Crow laws they to kill we. Bill Gates he want to kill we. Africans we have to unite. Build black business and treat each other right. Spend your money in black communities. Only then they will have respect for we. Black people we must unite. Stop killing each other and unite. Demand that it should be right. Respect we Africans should be right. Black people we must unite. Stop killing each other and unite. Demand that it should be right. Respect we Africans should be right. Black people we must unite. Stop killing each other and unite. Demand that it should be right. Respect we Africans should be right. Black people we must unite. Stop killing each other and unite. Demand that it should be right. Respect we Africans should be right.
These
These are the days and times when we feel to drink and lime. Hard wine. Release the stress and vibe when we sipping on Caraya's hard wine. Yeah. Deal with your impotency. Don't call Shelly if the bottle not empty. After it finish a new bottle me send fee. Down in a shit throat sipping it till it tempt me. Well, a real man she want, she just wanna be friendly. Hard wine what she want, me be giving her plenty. Energy it give me, make me feel like I'm melty. Make me sip on Caraya's for a century. Hard wine, drink responsibly.
When you text on the street 919 FM, you can win weekly fabulous prizes. Text to win. This week on the street 919 FM, you can win a 6-speed stand mixer. Using your B-Mobile or Digicel handset, text your name to 9191, which allows you to win. One winner will be selected every Friday at 5 p.m. Listen, text, and win. You can also view live streams on Facebook at The Street 919 FM and YouTube at The Street 919 FM. Text to win on The Street 919 FM.
Johnny Q Auto Parts Division says it's an assault on battery prices. Paul Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar. Starting from $488. Yes, $488. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed by Massey Automotive. And only available at Tobago Color Shop. Suppliers of paint, plumbing, and hardware materials. Old Farm Road, Shore Park, Tobago. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Call 725-5873 or 474-2456. And in Trinidad at Johnny Q, 15 R. Peter Avenue, Woodbrook. Remember, batteries from $488.
Julia, how our daughter bright so?
What you mean?
Kelly's so young and already talking about when she gets her first job, taking out a mortgage with TTMF at 2%.
She knows about 2%?
Yes. 2% with no down payment as a first-time homeowner and the lowest rate on the market. We would not have to dip into our savings to set her up. Where she get all these brains from?
Her mother, of course.
TTMF, from here to home.
Royal Castle happily presents our New Year giveaway. When you buy a family meal, you could be in to win some happiness. A kitchen appliance combo of a new stove, fridge, and microwave. Whoa! A living room set, a washer-dryer combo, or a dining room set. Other goodies include Samsung Smart TVs, grocery vouchers, or one of 20 tablets. Just write your info on your bill and slip it into the entry box in store. It's easy to win with our New Year giveaway.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live.
So let me say good afternoon to those of you locked on YouTube. Let me acknowledge my viewers right now on YouTube, yeah? So special good afternoon going out to Marlene Hazel, to Anne-Marie Charles, Faith Elliott, Vicky Vickers from Gasparillo, Victory Creation, Man from Took, Bucka is on the inside. Good afternoon to Giselle Joseph, to Claudette Alexander, and to P. Austin from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Good afternoon to Miss Tobago on the inside. Good afternoon to Tara King from Tobago. Tara, how you doing? So good afternoon to Nikisha Trotman on Facebook Live. Good afternoon to Maria Trotman, Maria Lyon, Cheryl and Providence. Share the live as you get in those things. I have 2 pressing issues to address today. Prizes to give away at 5. And remember, we're going all the way until 6. Good afternoon to Alkema William. Rashid Noel, how you doing? Locked on from London. Celestine Sobers. Remember, you can send your voice notes to 771-1791. Patricia Sned is on the inside. Manuela Peter, Catherine Red, Shirlene Waldron, Miguel Walker, Anna Dupre, Akira Minaj, Myra Roberts, Quashi, Betty James, Marian Devine. All right, guys, so let me just jump straight inside it. Janelle Toussaint, I see you. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me start. I have 2 pressing issues to address today. I'm trying to figure out which particular order to address it in. So, today, Trinidad and Tobago bid farewell to Andrea Barrett, who lost her life in the most gruesome way. What Andrea Barrett did in debt, politicians in Trinidad and Tobago is yet to do in life. And funny enough, both situations I want to address surrounds this entire unfortunate event that took place involving this child. Imagine yesterday, the family of Andrea Barrett had to issue a public statement asking persons not to politicize the child's passing. According to the article in the Express, it's in the Guardian. Story done by Shazina Hassan Ali. Do not politicize Andrea's death. This warning came yesterday from Andrea Barrett's cousin, Sally Suman, who called on individuals to wear who plan to wear, UNC jerseys to the Red House in Port of Spain, where the family is expected to thank the nation for supporting them during this period. This would be so disrespectful, said the cousin. I am pissed. I don't want this funeral to be a political tool. The family doesn't want it, and I can't deal with it. Suman pleaded with those who had such intentions of showing up in yellow jerseys to respect the family's wishes. This child, the child's funeral, and we're asking everyone to wear pink and white, we can live with that, at least one day. Don't show your political side. I do not want UNC or PNM. Let them put down their T-shirts. This has nothing to do with politics. She said the fact that people are gearing up to wear yellow jerseys with UNC emblems is an insult to the family. The gathering at the Red House, Suman said, will focus on fighting crime. While Suman said she cannot stop people from wearing what they wanted, she said, let good sense prevail. In a telephone interview yesterday, Deputy Mayor of Chaguanas, Marissa Ram Logan, told The Guardian that these people were not affiliated with the UNC. They are separate groups. To say that they are UNC-based or anything like that, no. We, the UNC, has no input in that. Ram Logan said these individuals are independent groups who are managing themselves. We have decided that we will honor Andrea by wearing black or pink or something like that for the funeral. We are not there for politics for that day. So we are not turning this into any political thing. Ram Ghulam, who visited Suman yesterday, said the UNC will ask its activists to refrain from wearing their yellow jerseys today. We are concerned at the end of the day, tomorrow is about Andrea. It's about justice for her. So we are not into politics. Promising to honor the family's wishes, Ram Logan said that she already advised the UNC supporters via her Facebook not to wear UNC jerseys, and she said she would advise UNC activists to do the same. Well, I want to say to the goodly deputy mayor of Chaguanas, apparently, ma'am, your supporters did not heed your call. I take note, ma'am. Today on social media, I followed the entire situation online and couldn't help but notice the apparent political circus taking place when the focus should be on seeking justice, not just for Andrea, but for all victims of crime, women and children involved in violent crimes, and addressing the unfair justice system in Trinidad and Tobago. Madam Deputy Mayor, what angered me about the entire fiasco, because according to you, it's not political. And the UNC had no intention, none, according to you, to make this about politics. So I found it extremely strange, Madam Deputy, that the funeral, as well as a group of protesters outside the parliament, was streaming on the UNC's official Facebook page. What was the intentions behind this? It angered me so much that I had to get on the page and express my honest opinion on what I saw taking place. And I'm thinking how disrespectful one group of people could be. You know, first I'm saying maybe it's emotions running high when I'm seeing all these people running around and, you know, talking about the Attorney General and saying all sorts of things about other persons and trying to protest here and candlelight vigils and member of parliament running up and down. And I'm like, you know, maybe it's emotions. Everybody is emotional right now because it's a sad situation, eh? At the end of the day, we could say what we want when you see that man, Mr. Bharat, lie down tonight and study that his child isn't coming back. Nothing me or you could say could ease or comfort his pain. So to watch the situation play itself out today, to me, was distasteful. It was disrespectful. It was sickening. It was nasty. It was vile. It was horrific. I'm trying to find more words, but it escapes me. This should have never, ever descended into a political rally or a political protest. Okay, Kamla Prasad Bisesa spoke at the funeral for whatever capacity she did. I don't know. I don't care. But you see, the disrespect of trying to use the debt to push political agendas is what I am having a problem with. This is uncalled for. When we had an opportunity as a country to use this particular situation to unite us as a people, minus the politics, and call on these same politicians to address serious issues to make sure that something like this never happens again, Instead, we jump on a political bandwagon and made it out to be a political tool. And that shit stressed me out. Facts. It stressed me out. Well, you know, no shame, boy. No shame. And before the family came out and had to deal with this situation, I took in front because I saw where it was going. I took in front and I told people, listen, do not make this about politics. The politicians is the problem. Focus on the situation and let us use this to unite us as a people to get them to act. Instead, we allow them to chain us up. Chain we up like wind-up toys to carry out political agendas. How vile that could be. Shame. Distasteful. Stink and dirty. I just want to put that aside because it's two issues I tell Ole I come to address it, so that was one. The second issue I want to address is you in the African community. Those of you have been paying close attention. And I want to let you know up front, a speaker of truth have no friends. I intend to speak the truth. And I didn't come here for friends. I've been listening. I've been paying attention. I've been noticing. I've been reading comments online, looking at the commentators. And the fact that some of you are alluding to racially motivated outcome of this situation surrounding this child, I think is extremely sick. You're just as sick as the people who use politics to push the agenda. Some of you saw the hype surrounding Andrea Barrett and the fact that people were coming out in their numbers to condemn the action as your opportunity to carry on a racial rant. I saw you, I heard you. So what happened? She alone and dead? Look how much people dead. Look how much people get killed. I never see them do this. And I never see them do that. It's because she's Indian. And I telling myself, all you normal? All your head good? How could anybody in their right freaking mind see something like this? Look at a situation like this. Look at the outcome of the situation. Watch the grief it inflicts on a nation and ascribed race to it. How could you have done that? How could you have done that? Who feels it knows it. Do you know how that man, that child's father, is going to feel when he heard clear and he's able to absorb all that has happened? So they didn't march for Ashanti. How come they didn't march for Ashanti? We always in the black community want to watch what somebody else doing and don't do what we supposed to do, and that we problem. That is our problem in our community. We like to watch everybody else and we don't study we. So I go ask all you. Who prevented you from going out and marching for Ashanti? Who prevented you from having a candlelight vigil? Who prevented your businesses, our businesses, African businesses, for rallying around them. All the victims of crimes in our community. What stopped us? What stopped our lawyers from defending all those persons that died at the hands of police? And I'm not talking about criminal elements. I'm talking about innocent people. I'm talking about Onella Graves, the pregnant mother from the Beatum that gets shot protesting for Black Lives Matter. What prevented us from making her our mural and running with it? What prevented us from doing that? No, you know what we did? We talk about was she doing any protests? Why she didn't keep herself home? She was pregnant. What she was doing outside? We made excuses as for why it happened to her. And then we turn our back on the situation and pretend it didn't happen. But we want to vex now that the other community taking their debt and making it into a worldwide event to ensure that it never happens again. Why all you vex? What you vex for? What prevented you from doing it? If it's one thing that should come out from this, those of you who like to push the black agenda, and those of you who like to push the black conversation, and those of you who like to push the black talk, one thing should come out of this is that we understand how people who are united and empowered, not just as a community, but financially, could move mountains. They could shake up a nation and they could let their cause be heard. What stopped you? It never stopped me. I've been on radio 13 years now. You know how much people went missing? Let me remind all you because all you have short memory. Leah Lamy went missing in Shogunas a few years back. What did Isha do? Isha mobilized her people. Isha print jerseys. We meet down by South Key and we went down to Shogunas and we stood in solidarity with Leah Lamy's mother. We marched through Todd's Road in Londonville and had a candlelight vigil. And it wasn't just black people in the vigil. We had East Indians joining us too. All you remember that? Short memory? Forget? What stopped you from attending Onella Graves' funeral? I was there, standing with the grieving family, hugging her grieving children, trying to get justice for her, trying to seek answers. What stopped you from championing the cause? The Commissioner of Police was present today at Andrea Barrett's funeral because there was strength in numbers and there's a large community behind her, but refused to meet with the family of Onella Graves, who died allegedly at the hands of the police. And we take that lying down. And when the people of the Beatum protested her killing, we condemn them because we party in power and we didn't want we government look bad. So we condemn the protesters on the Beatum for seeking justice for Onella. That is what we do. It seems like some of all you could only be motivated when it's all your political party fueling it. Some of all you does only remember that you're black conscious when the UNC in power. And I have no apologies in saying that because we just be close-knit when the UNC in power. What? Who more black conscious than we? Anything that look like racism, we just gotta quick and fast. We just shut down tongue. We marching from Shagaramas to God knows way. All the unions just come out. Because Kamala in power. But to defend justice in our communities, we turn a blind eye to it, especially if we party in power, because we don't want we politicians look bad. What prevented your politicians from going out and standing with Onella Graves? What prevented your politicians from going by Ashanti Riley? What prevented our black lawyers from defending these families? There was video evidence. There was video evidence. Nobody want to touch it in we community though. What the hell prevented all your black funeral homes from burying Onella for free? Or Ashanti for free, so her family don't have to go begging cap in hand to bury them. I don't want to get too worked up over this because I expect this from some of all you. That is why I always say a speaker of truth have no friends, and I don't want none. Facts. Because friends like some of all you, I don't need enemies. All your priorities mix to hell up. Stop watching what the neighbor doing and start to focus about what's going on in your own house. The neighbor well organized. And the neighbor know how to rally the neighbor cause. And while we watching what the neighbor doing, we community going to hell in a handbasket. And nobody in had nothing to say about it. Take that in your pipe and smoke it. For those of you who wanted to put this in a racial spin, mash brakes and check what's going on in your community before you condemn somebody for taking action in theirs. All the businesses that shut down with their businesses. All the finances that paid for the second autopsy was their businesses. All the people that stood in solidarity from politicians go back with them. And we stand with them because we realized that this was an injustice done to that child. We didn't see race. Those of us who stood in it did not see race. We saw the injustice. But for those of you who see in race, watch what the hell going on in your backyard. And what you doing about it. Or your party in power. You don't want to make your party look bad. So to hell could go on with what go on with we. In we community. And nobody saying nothing about it. But don't let nobody else stand up for their community. Because when them stand up, we call in race. That victim mentality we all you like. All you need to get off that victim mentality. There is strength in numbers. There is unity in numbers. And once we pool our resources together, we can get a nation to move the very same way. We do it already, you know. But we just do it when politicians fueling us. Why can't we do it for ourselves and for our causes? What the hell stopping all here? I'm going to take a break and come back. I'm going to go to the phone lines when I return.
919 FM, you can win weekly fabulous prizes. Text to win. This week on the streets 919 FM, you can win a 6-speed stand mixer. Using your B-Mobile or Digicel handset, text your name to 9191, which allows you to win. One winner will be selected every Friday at 5 p.m. Listen, text, and win. You can also view live streams on Facebook at The Streets 919 FM and YouTube at The Streets 919 FM. Text to win on The Streets 919 FM.
These are the days and times when we feel to drink and lime. Hard wine. Release your stress and vibe when we sipping on Caraya's hard wine. Yeah, yeah. Deal with your impotency. Don't call Shelly if the bottle not empty. After it finish, a new bottle me send fee. Down in a shit throat, sipping it till it tempt me. Well, a real man she want, she just wanna be friendly. Hard wine, what she want, me be giving her plenty. Energy it give me, make me feel like I'm melty. Make me sip on Caraya's for a century. Hard wine, drink responsibly.
The National Carnival Commission of Trinidad and Tobago, in collaboration with Pan Trinbago, TUCO, and TTCBA, invites you to experience a nostalgic digital journey like no other. The Trinidad and Tobago Carnival World. A world of carnival history, tourist attractions, traditional foods and beverages, steel pan, mass, calypso, and soca performances and productions. Reimagined. Experience it, love it, share it. Visit TNTCarnivalWorld.com. We invite you to join us on this digital journey. Launch date, Sunday, February 14th. Big Sunday. Big Sunday.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in Sangre Grande is pleased to present Pastor Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays here on the Street 919 FM. The Ministry of Worship Children's Hour and the Word is on Sundays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. On Tuesdays from 9 p.m. to midnight, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. And on Wednesdays from 9 p.m. to midnight, where we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or find us on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. First Citizens Bank account number 795222.
Turn your radio on. Turn your radio. Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on.
Iowa Stage presents virtual worship on Wednesday the 17th of February from 6 p.m. with Minister Ezekiel Joseph featuring Pastor John Corridor from Eternal Love Ministry International in Shoguanas. Join him as he lifts up and magnifies the name of Jesus. Remember, you can join us on Facebook, The Street 919 FM, Iowa TV on YouTube, Neil Iowa George on Facebook. We would like to thank our sponsors, Angostura LLB, Super Quality, Gillies Catering Services, and Caches. Remember, you can text and win. Text 9191 from any B-Mobile or digital handset and win yourself a prize. Join us as we lift up and magnify the name of Jesus.
At Health and Wealth Lifestyle, we offer a wide range of services: blood analysis, iridology, acupuncture, foot detox, foot massages, gua sha, hot stone therapy, fire therapy, legs and feet massage therapy, mineral scrubs, acrotherapy, cupping.
We also have a wide variety of supplements, silver, zinc and magnesium, body light, and lots more.
We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle operate our business in a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. We frequently sanitize our compound and abide by all the COVID guidelines that are currently in place.
So come on down to Health and Wealth Lifestyle, where we treat you like family. Book your appointment today. Call us at 1-868-275-8359
or 1-868-288-1108.
And remember, your health is your wealth, and prevention is always better than medication.
Now there's a new way to pay your electricity bill.
Quick pay your bills today. Quick pay, it's a whole new way. Online over. 4 clicks and it's over.
Introducing Quick Pay, a new service from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission that lets you pay your bill online with your credit or Visa debit chip card. Just enter the account number and contact information. Click Pay and you're done.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram.
I'm going to the phone line. Remember, you can send your voice notes to 771-1791 or call me on 4665-391 or 342-0081.
I would love to win that hamper Isha is giving away.
Isha Wells, good afternoon. I live in Karapu. And last night I had some same thing with the light passing on. And I know a guy there, he's an Indian. And we had a discussion by the bar. And he telling his partner there, and I said, I've been listening to him. He said, Indian have more rights in this country than African. Because when African there, nobody don't study them. So Indian life would more. So when I hear you saying that they bring that is exactly what it is, Isha, is going on right now. But you have to hear it for yourself to see that it's going on, right? So that's my point of view.
Aisha, good afternoon. Just like I was saying yesterday, these UNC people like to play smart with foolishness. I listen to Padre in a candlelight in Princeton the other and in a candlelight visual, and he's talking all kind of crazy stuff about politics. And this is what they do. They're always trying to hoodwink the people in Trinidad. And people seeing right through the stupidness they're doing. If you're celebrating the life of that dead there, why are you bringing politics in it? You understand? Have a good afternoon. Aisha, I told you before, the Afro man in Trinidad is a follower. The Afro man only likes to follow. Somebody said jump, we jump. You get them a couple dollars, they're happy. And that's the problem. So when things like this happen, they always try to talk all kind of crazy stuff that they don't understand. Stop following. Stop following. Think for yourself. Think for your community. You understand? And that's what we don't do. We only, when the man on the other side do something, oh God, he was that. No, you're not thinking for you. That's what I always say. The black Afro man always following somebody. But I don't think nothing will change in Trinidad and Tobago. Nothing. We're going down just like that. Trust me.
Preach, sister, preach. We had to stand up and we had to stop relying on people. That way it's gone with we people. We always depended on somebody to do for us. Just like how they clannish, they are a clannish people, we had to get clannish too. Same thing, I don't understand that. We always looking at what somebody do. We had to get up and do too.
Well, good evening. I hear you know. But don't compare a match for Volney with Section 34, whatever it is, to what transpired now. That was the reason why all these black people come out. Because they wanted to free 2 or 3 particular individuals. Right? So don't get it twisted where that is concerned. And first to begin, you are a part of a section of people. I hope you play my voice note. Million Man March and all kind of thing, and me put me money. Even just the other day, Monroe come and black people put me money. We can't trust each other. As I keep telling you that over and over and over and over again. The end of it, look what happened The one of the man all you talk about so much. Eh? Somebody shot Ian Kelly. Oh God, I forget his name. What was his name? The big talk show man. Who is your protege? Eh? They shoot Ian Kelly. Gladiator. Eh? So until black people ain't clean themselves up and stop criticizing, because all we do, they come to criticize, compare to black people marching for justice based on Volney to tell you about march. Why you didn't form a march? Why you didn't raise funds for the same lady? Come on. So let me stop talking and start action. Until we can trust each other and I put my money and I can see my money do something, I don't want to hear them kind of talk from all here. I hope you play my voice now. Enjoy your day.
And that's the problem, Barataria. Again, we watching with somebody else doing. I pinpoint 2 things that I did, and I could have talked about more, but I choose 2 to rally the cause for our community. But you telling me still why I didn't raise funds for who? Ornella? I didn't have to raise at the time. That's why I didn't raise for her. So what I did is I stood side by side with her family and gave them moral support. But you're trying to tell me do not bring Sections 34 into it because we was marching because they wanted to free 3 people. Where the 3 people, Barataria? They're free. And who voted for Sections 34? Not both sides of the house? Barataria, stop playing politics with issues that are affecting our community. You don't have to like what I'm saying. A speaker of truth had no friends and I don't want none. I have 5 sisters. And one listening now. Let me say good afternoon to my big sister, my mentor, my friend, Toyo. And sometimes I don't even agree with them. We need to stop playing politics with issues that affect our community. So you bring up the Black Caucus fail. You bring up Million Man March, the Million Man March fail. Okay, so there are issues that we have amongst ourselves that will fail, no problem. But does that mean we shouldn't try? Does that mean we shouldn't see injustice taking place in our community and take a stand for it, Barataria? Or we should only come out when the politicians tell us? Make it make sense, Barataria. Make it make sense. All right, let me say good afternoon to Florida. He says, Preacher's sister, lock on and listening from Florida. Let me play another voice note.
We go in the house. I listen to you loud and clear. Things you say are truth. But here with me, with that young lady who was pregnant, I blast her. Because I, of myself being pregnant, was always protective of myself to try not. I wanted to be careful so that nothing wouldn't go wrong with my child, my unborn child. Loving myself and loving my unborn child. Truth be said, I look at this death of this funeral and protest of this young lady who died as a political thing where Kamala and them jumping on the bandwagon and they having it on their platform and all these things. And I am saying to myself, why didn't these people and them speak out from the beginning that they didn't want this to be a political thing? Look how humongous this funeral was. I don't have a problem if they want to have a humongous funeral and they wanted the limelight and all of these things. But for we to be serious, Aisha, it had to hit home, and it hit home here by me with my niece-in-law. So I know what this family going through because I know what I went through. Right? I know what my children went through because my 2 girls was very close to the cousin until my last daughter. Up to this day, she doesn't even go up by she auntie because what transpired. She said, Mommy, I just can't take it, so she just stay away. But we as a people, in truth, Aisha, what you say, we like to mind people business and don't mind we own. We like to mind people business and don't mind we own. We gonna be seeing we neighbors going down in a handbasket and we wouldn't say, well, all right, let me go and give my neighbor a helping hand. That's how we is. Mind the business. Aisha, that's why I always in my house, you know. I always in my house as I done work once me and nothing to do. I home in my house. Because why? People of themselves always like to give their mouth liberty. Liberty, and as I was telling you the other day, if neighbors of themselves, people of themselves wasn't given misinformation, I believe we would have found my niece-in-law at an earlier time. The neighbor would have been alive for today. So I understand what you're saying, but we as a people, we have to check ourselves and stop being a bandwagonist and being no bandwagonist. I was saying to myself, honestly, Aisha, she should not have been out there with that rioting. She should have been in her home. Don't get me wrong, people might call me and blaze me. You and all might think, well, wherever.
Let me ask you this.
But we of ourselves, the scores we own demise. So Aisha, I looked on and listen. Again, more emotional just by thinking about what you were saying. And just flashback memories.
Thank you so much. Call you live.
Good afternoon, Aisha.
How you doing, Anderson?
Good. And I will tell you why that Johnson had a call. And say, Aisha, you know what? That one I call back time. That big Johnson said, and it's never X5 and right up. It's so right up and right? You must never have a life in your life. You use a big dance.
Focus on the issue, Anderson. Forget that. Focus on the issue.
What Aisha saying. Because one thing I enumerate and I later, they can't pick up what she's saying. Only when they vex the Indian and the political and the political side and everything. Why then? Am I why African didn't take the time to turn the young lady that into politics? That you can show his face. You know why? Because they come out a million strong. If you don't have to be huge, Mr. Bego, if you don't have to be big, but Indian people support their own. Kamala had to be there. But so what I do, the first female prime minister is Indian. So she had to represent. They like their own people. It's this hard where much sponsor this. And this one much sponsor that. When the black girl and when the young lady died and beat them, she was in the vicinity of beat them and she wasn't on the road. Young lady was just outside her home. You know. She wasn't on the road with no placard and protesting. The young lady was not protesting. She was outside in the vicinity of her home. And she was shot. Right? Because from the highway to where she left, they could go to the back street and they could have on the back street and they could go to the highway. She was shot standing up right at the back, at the long side of the thumb. Right? That's one. But I didn't think I regret. I show you in the funeral. Right? Yeah, I don't know if you went the other one in the young lady from Santa Cruz. And this is what we're talking about. And then we have now black people get dead and black people in care. Hear what you're saying? She had the right to be outside, but she was shot. And we saw no remorse. Nobody showed no kind of nothing from the police service nor the government. All you back to the Indian then and don't challenge them. All you do like all your own set of people, all you keep no vigil for nothing. I went south in San Fernando and we keep my vigil for 2 months. Children were dying in San Fernando Hospital. Why we African cannot support we own set of people? Why we African can't shut down the African business when the African girls died? No, we can't see it so. But we all had to jealous them Indians till all of that.
Black people will not come out and support funeral and make everything politics because we not follow fashion. We sympathize with the family, but we don't follow fashion.
Caller, you live?
Yes, good afternoon to my sister Aisha.
How you doing, my brother?
Well, I got to listening to everybody and I'm watching everything. I think straightforward. Some African people in this country will never catch yourself. Because you see, when you have to get up in the morning and cook for and let people cook for you, you have to wait for them to cook. And if them and cook, you can eat. Right? That one African downfall. African people, they see religion. Religion is the biggest disaster to African people. I telling you that. And I stand behind the Almighty God. That is the biggest disaster for African people in the world. Because when you have one family going to five of them going to 5 different churches and coming into one house, any nation, any house that is divided could never stand. Major point for African downfall. That is why Sienna, I just tell play, look how much money missing on the Kamala Prasad disaster. Not an Indian come out and back up Kamala. Not one come out and ask Kamala where the money. None come out and ask Kamala that. African, young industrial lead, they want to kill him. You understand? He's keeping doing all kinds of things. That is our downfall. Part of our downfall too. Because we always eating of one another, you understand? And these are the things that I see. That is I praise some of them. I feed them with a long spoon. My mother teach me that. Feed them with a long spoon because come on in this nature to destroy you. And I know. I was 3 big truck. I went down and watched 3 big truck in a funeral. You tell me if that is sanctimonious, if that has anything to do with burying a dead. Have a blessed day.
Good afternoon. Aisha, just the other day when we had the 3 killing in Mova, right? The Prime Minister came out on a press conference and said that he will organize a 12-man committee for these committees, right? I see all today police killing people in the same communities that he's supposed to have a 12-man committee managing and taking care of the seeing about the youths and making sure everything go right. The PNM Prime Minister, all they continue to do is lie to the black people in Trinidad and Tobago, whilst the black people continue to say that the Indians are now racist. I don't know what's going on again, because we see how the Indians can come together for their people. But when even when the police kill them, we just sit down and talk, no action, just talk. Aisha is a bunch of jokers, and Bataria come out to defend that. When I talk about the other day, he come out to say that the people this, that, the other. But where the 12-man committee that Kid Christopher Rowley come out and put together for the communities that people are still dying in, Africans are still dying in, young people, children are dying in. Where is the 12-man committee? A bunch of clowns and a prime minister, all he does do is lie. I'm tired of them.
You know, with all that I have said on both issues, condemning the UNC for their nasty, vile, stinking manner in which they dealt with this funeral and situation, and for condemning the African community for looking at the race issue in this situation. The only thing we could do now is point political fingers at each other. That making sense? Caller, you live.
Good afternoon to you, Isha Wells. And
good afternoon.
I would deal with the 2 topics. I want to thank you for taking my call. And Isha Wells, I want to ask you one question. Where UNC criticized this politics to the Isha Wells? There was citizens out there. Yes, there was a member of people who support all political parties was out there. There was nobody in no UNC jersey, no PNM jersey. People were pink, people were white, people were black. And there was no politics on the behalf of the UNC. But to get justice, the people that were making the laws, you have to call the name. But that might distort you who making the laws, Cyrus Ari and Dr. Rowley making the laws. So if you want justice, and because these is the people and them that what is going to make the laws right now, they are dealing with the evidence bill and are dealing with the bill. I'm sad. So I want to make it clear on my side and UNC, there was no politics there with the UNC. It was out there to show solidarity. It wasn't no protest. It wasn't no march. It was just to show solidarity to this young lady, passing on. Isha Wells, I hear you. I hear you with the African community. And it takes fire in your belly to say it how it is. And it's so how it is how you say there. People are calling now to deed and so kind of thing. But the matter remains that black killing black and our African community is not coming out and standing up. We see a different race come out, and I support them 1,000,000%. I wouldn't criticize them. I will learn from them. I will never criticize them. I will never follow them with the truth to criticize them. I will learn from the Chinese. I will learn from the East Indians. I will learn from the 1% and try to better my life and better who want to get better. Because Isha Wells, this day, Isha Wells, was a brave move. This East Indian community. Let me read. If they watch this, so let me read. This is a brave move, and I want to thank them. Thank them.
Kingsley, we have 46 seconds before a break. Call me back after the break. I just want to make it absolutely clear, because I feel somehow all you're missing the point, right? I'm not here to pander any egos for politicians and their supporters. I am here to say it as it is. And only when we realize that united as a nation, we could combat the problems that affect us, we're going to always be divided around racial and political lines, because we petty and we small-minded as a nation that we can't see beyond politics and race. Get all your act together.
These are the days and times when we feel to drink and lime. Hard wine. Release your stress and vibe when we sipping on Caraya's hard wine. Yeah, yeah. Deal with your impotency. Don't call Shelly if the bottle not empty. After it finish, a new bottle me send fee. Down in her she throat, sipping it till it tempt me. Well, a real man she want, she just wanna be friendly. Hard wine, what she want, me be giving her plenty. Energy it give me, make me feel like I'm melty. Make me sip on Caraya's for a century. Hard wine, drink responsibly.
Valentine's Day is a time for love.
Oh gosh, darling, I can't wait till the 14th of February, Valentine's Day. I'm spending whole day with you. I ain't taking my eyes off of you whole day.
Baby, you know I feel the same way about... Wait now!
Experience it, love it, share
It's an ad for the online platform Trinidad and Tobago Carnival World. You watching there? Icon.
Wait, sweetness, you know I love you too. Listen, both a week I spend whole day loving TNTCarnivalWorld.com. It's a big Sunday, baby. We gonna make it special.
Alright, you know I love Carnival and I love you too, so I am that.
You can join us too on Valentine's Day, February 14th. Log on to TNTCarnivalWorld.com. Beyond Virtual. Supported by Digicel, Shanghai Construction Group, White Oak, and NP.
When you text on the Street 919 FM, you can win weekly fabulous prizes. Text to win. This week on the Street 919 FM, you can win a 6-speed stand mixer. Using your B-Mobile or Digicel handset, text your name to 9191, which allows you to win. One winner will be selected every Friday at 5 p.m. Listen, text, and win. You can also view live streams on Facebook at The Street 919 FM and YouTube at The Street 919 FM. Text to win on The Street 919 FM.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable,
and easy.
Wow.
Here at O'Neill Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you could get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the host of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
You choose. And when me drink, me get a natural boost. Ginger, lime, and turmeric. Give away every sickness. Get a bottle of this orange spice. And make a healthy choice in your life. And let me drink up the juice. And let me drink up the thing from the roots. And let me drink up the thing from the fruits. The you juice. En route to the ultimate you.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
We are back. 36 minutes after the hour of 5 o'clock. I have some giveaways to do. I'm going to be doing that in a short while. I'll take a few more calls before we do that. Let me see who's there. Caller, you live.
And good afternoon to your listeners.
Good afternoon.
Now, one of the things that, now, if the parents of this, sadly, young woman, allow the UNC to invade this space, and Kingsley, you'll have to dress in yellow to prove that you're UNC. Your characteristic is not by the clothes you wear. It's how you conduct yourself in office or in public. And UNC is good at that. Any ability or any area or road the UNC sees that they could make a political mileage, even in the death of a child, the UNC will do that. Dr. Orley will not. And I'm saying that to say this. UNC, listen, the high benchmark of the current Prime Minister is very much different from the UNC. Very much different. But when you have people like Brooklyn, and they talk, now, they talk on Africa. You will have no choice but to just listen sometime and wish them well. Aisha, when people, if I have seen the level of demonstrators taking place with this girl death. Give us one for 6 weeks, and 2 months and we're back to normal. All the hype is when the people out there. Trust me. But one thing that will not come out of it, the UNC will make no difference in the contributions and national debate on crime. And not only that, the national contribution. I heard things we talk the nonsensical thing that Mr. Alwari is the one to make the laws. Aisha, there are laws that will come forward in the parliament and the UNC don't support anything. and it's 41, you have 19 of them being paid every month, car allowance, everything, Mr. Kingsley. And all they can do is try to highlight the ills of our government for it to vote different next time. That's the purpose of the UNC. And that purpose, Aisha, is not good for all of us, including UNC supporters.
You notice Rowley Jr. I dealt with the UNC, and I dealt with their nasty, vile way in which they politicized this event, right? But I want you to also, because you have a powerful voice on radio, Rowley Jr., and people listen to you, to talk also on the other issue I raised, which is us as a people uniting to fight our issues, our causes, and making a national impact, instead of watching what other people are doing for their causes and criticizing it. I wait to hear you comment on that.
That's two different areas, because I show you talk about the African cause, and the African cause is from not so much from a political perspective. And I've said a long time that if African people are led outside of the streamline of the scope of politics, we'll do much better. It's very difficult. I'll give an example. You will see, and that's one simple example, if an East Indian person gets in the problem in the court, no matter what, you'll see an East Indian lawyer coming pro bono. African people don't do that. It has nothing to do with politics. You will see on the media, if it's CNCQ or whatever, if there's something other than East Indian jail, you will see either one of the reporters and they would ask them whatever to highlight it. We don't get that. So you see, there's a whole thing about how we move, and then we are not a quiet people, because in all the areas that we live, leadership is for. Aisha, you're asking something that is pretty big. It's real big. We need leadership, and it has to start with family. It's a long conversation. But to shorten it, if African people don't stay away from crime, they are given, they're giving everything to judges, police, lawyers, and everybody else in that legal fraternity. What she said is only us there. If we stop going there and concentrate on the same how the Indians live in the poor community, I made a point of time, and people didn't agree. You will have two seated Indian persons that produce a doctor. Two African seated persons will produce another seated. And I keep telling them that's a sacrifice. And listen, it's not from the political perspective. And if I go, as your boy will say, there are things that we don't do. And we want Dr. Rowley and Hines and everybody, Dr. Hines and Professor Hines to deal with it. Aisha, that cannot happen. African people have to be more humble. You have to learn to go to church. You have to be yourself. Else, you remain right where you are, calling for the justice system to change. One thing, here going on in the Philippines in relation to dealing with the lower end people involved in crime and criminal activity. There's a president called Duterte. I think he and Obama followed. Duterte can't get to the top to deal with judges and everybody else. You know what he do? He comes to the bottom. And to deal with the bottom, he's trying to keep them away from drugs, getting them involved in all kind of things. Aisha, it's real tough. It's real tough. Because if you can't stay away from people involved in drugs and giving yourself the bigger risk, well, then cry for the justice system next 50 years. And that's our people. Keep away from crime. That's the first thing that is one will be fine. Take care, Wells. All the best.
Thank you, Rowley Jr. And thanks for staying on topic. All right, somebody says, good evening, Miss Wells. I'm here from America. In NYC, the Spanish stick together. It may be something happened to a person in Puerto Rico or Panama. They all form as one, and the Afro community says the same thing. But what we doing? Now the BC of the shooting black people from officers, you see the height of the Black Lives Movement. And I'm saying that's good. That's all well and good. But we have to find a way. And I disagree with Rowley Jr. when he says that we need leadership, right? I think we just need will. Because with leadership comes responsibility, and some leaders don't know how to handle leadership. And that is evident from all of the organizations that Barataria reminded us that fail. There are some leaders that don't know how to handle leadership. So I don't think we need a leader per se. I think what we need is the will to want to support each other and do it with a good heart. And do it without any other intention. And if we get it right, and the East Indians get it right, and the Chinese get it right, and the Syrians get it right, we all had to live here, you know. Crime affecting us here. The only people stand to benefit from us not united is the ones that play the race game for us in order to gain voters and support. And we fall into that trap over and over and over and over again, and are saying that had to stop. When we're just going to put it down and focus? Nobody's saying you have to be less African. You could be the biggest African you want to be. But that doesn't mean you should look down on somebody else, their race or their religion, because you think it makes yourself feel better. And that goes for the East Indian community too. Don't think you have to look down on the African community to make yourself feel better. Time to stop that stupidness. We're not living back in the 19-somethings. This is 2021. Is this the type of country we want to raise our children in? The we and them mentality? We have to stop that. Nobody is saying you don't have to be less of who you are. You just have to be able to tolerate others. And allow the politicians to come with a fair chance to we and not use race and not play the race card. When they come to us, they should no longer have a free ride called the race card. What they should have is policies they want to put in place when they come to talk to us. They ain't no sure vote bank again. Because we not on that race thing. We want a better Trinidad and Tobago. And that's the kind of conversation that I want to have, you know. That's the kind of conversation I want to have. They should not have it easy again. When they come to us, they must come and tell us what they plan to do for all of us. And they must stick to that, and we must hold them accountable to that. And if we catch them acting outside of that, we must embarrass them, and we must hold them up, and we must let people know this is what you're doing. The same way we could have seen as clear as day the UNC was politicizing this horrible event. And we made it abundantly clear that we make you out. We must also be able to take criticism when we go in astray and trying to make this issue about race. We must be called out for it as well. A speaker of truth have no friends, and I don't want none. It has to be said. It has to be said. Because if your human side in kicking by watching the grief of others, then you're not human. If your human side in kicking and avoid you, or you avoid politicizing a grief, then you're not human. And I find we had too much people in our communities, both communities, that behaving like they're not human. And it's that is what causing this way we in. We have too much of people among us behaving as though they're not human. And that had to stop. Caller, you live?
Yeah. And Isha has once again, you're on point. You're on point. But Long Jr. now say something. He say, until black people move away from politics, they will see the way. But PNM is the problem. That the African
you just say move away from politics, but look where you're going.
No, Isha Wells. No, Isha Wells. Because here why? The other politicians stand up with the community. That is why we used to look at Shogun behind the Kenny Bridge as lagoon. Now they have good roads. Now you are not living behind the Kenny Bridge. Because you know why? The community are safe. Because why? The MP, these people develop the community in opposition, you know. Because these people was in opposition for 20-something years in this country. So Paria, Kuva, Shogonos, Naparima, Princess Tong, these people was in opposition for many, many years. And these community have hardwares, they have health centers, they have gas stations, they have business space, they have safe community, they have open parks, they have land, and they have all kinds of things. Today, you could say Shogonos, it's a tongue. You could say Saparia, it's a tongue. You could say Kuva, it's a tongue. You could say, and you could call this place the capital of Trinidad and Tobago if not. Think it right. But Isha Wells, the point is, black killing black. And where is the African community? Why we could only protest when the police kill black? Why we cannot come out and protest when black kill black? Why? Why only when the police kill black? We could have a problem with that. Why today, when black killing black, for no reason, we as our community cannot come out and try to help our brothers? Isha Wells, it's time for us to stop blaming the Indian for our downfall. It is time for us to stop blaming the Chinese for our downfall. We have time for us to wake up. And we need to wake up because Isha Wells, look at them. All the Indians in the country is lawyers, they judge, the doctors. Come on. As Isha Wells say, them okay. Stop saying, oh God, make all your children doctors too. Make all your children lawyers too. Make all your children engineers too. Stop saying, oh God, look at them. They're in the court. We happen them in the court. That mean me going in the hospital because I'm afraid, let me encourage our young African youth to move away from the crime. Let us come together and encourage them to be the doctors too, to be the lawyers too, to be the engineers too. Don't when a black kid are black, we walk away. We say, oh God, we afraid we get killed. So we ain't talking. When this thing, the only how our community could move forward, Isha Wells, we stop look at the East Indian. We stop look at the Chinese. And we know what is the problem. We know where is the problem. We know ourselves. Because, listen, Isha Wells, before I go, it's of a great friend of mine. May God bless his soul. When I now start to listen to his program, the King of Talk, he should be saying that if he's driving his vehicle and his vehicle puncture a tire, and there is a white community and an African community, he said he will actually take the chance going in that one white community than the African community. Isha Wells, when you living in this poor community, the term Beverly Hills, Pity Valley, Arima, let's name it, African community. When you start to uplift yourself, anybody, individual, people in your own community, they turn Baptist, they start to walk Obia. They want cuss. They fighting it down. That is why some of us, when we get the opportunity to come lawyers and doctors, we leave. Because we ourselves, seeing a young girl or a young boy trying to uplift themselves, but we ourselves looking to Isha Wells, I'm saying we the problem until we understand that we have to fix our problem and stop studying our neighbor problem. It is the only way, Isha Wells. Thank you very much.
All right, so I have a break to take in a short while, and I'm coming back to give away 2 prizes. I'm giving away a 6-speed mixer, and I'm giving away a hamper courtesy Angostura. So I'm going to do 2 picks. First pick, hamper. Second pick, mixer. Shaking my buck, shaking it. I just have about a minute or so before the break. Let me see if I can read some comments. Yeah, hear what you guys are saying. So I have some voice notes to play. I'll come back to them. Somebody says something is wrong with people. Seriously wrong. I'm trying to understand what is wrong going on with Indian and Africans. Lord help us. All right, somebody says, my point exactly. Always looking at what others is doing, and we're not looking about us. This situation should not be about race, politics, or religion. This is a human issue. An issue, Trinbago issue, and we should not let it happen again. Somebody just informed me they found a body in Heights of Aripo. It is that of a farmer who went to attend to his crops. He was not feeling well. I just have about 30 seconds. I don't want to play voice notes until we return because I won't be able to play all. What I'll attempt to do is read some messages. All right, let's see who's there from YouTube. YouTube said, Donna J. Soba says, remember the economics playing field is not even. Hang up on this man, please. Oh, God, Kingsley, they're begging me to hang up on you. They're begging. I'm going to go for a break. We come back. Of course, we have 2 prizes to give away. We return to your calls and your voice notes. Keep it locked.
Everything get on over, serious business. This place and water, we
business.
Join Pan Trinbago on its Pan is Spirit virtual concert series, keeping the vibes alive and the sweetest pan in the world. Live Sunday, February 7th and Saturday, February 13th at 8 p.m. via pay-per-view on tizic.com and WAP platforms. Keeping the vibes alive and the sweetest pan in the world. Top medium and large bands in the nation. Featuring National Panorama Champions Desperados and NGC Kuvo Joylanders. Courts Sound Specialist, Face 2 Pan Group, Cats and Jammers, Panberry, and many more. People's Choice Prizes to be won. Text to vote your most vibes and the sweetest band. Buy your tickets today. Log on to tizic.com, that's TIZIQ.com, and purchase your tickets. You don't want to miss out on these spectacular steel pan events. Prosperity in Pan. For further information, contact events at pantrinbago.co.tt, 623-4486, or visit Pantrinbago's social media pages. Keeping the vibes alive and the sweetest pan in the world.
No carnival, no problem.
Johnny Q Auto Parts Division says it's an assault on battery prices. Master, Optima, Vanta, and Megastar. Starting from $488. Yes, $488. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed by Massey Automotive. And only available at Tobago Color Shop. Suppliers of paints, plumbing, and hardware materials. Old Farm Road, Shore Park, Tobago. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Call 725-5873 or 474-2456. And in Trinidad at Johnny Q, 15 R. Peter Avenue, Woodbrook. Remember, batteries from $488.
When you text on the street 919 FM, you can win weekly fabulous prizes. Text to win. This week on the street 919 FM, you can win a 6-speed stand mixer. Using your B-Mobile or Digicel handset, text your name to 9191, which allows you to win. One winner will be selected every Friday at 5 p.m. Listen, text, and win. You can also view live streams on Facebook at The Street 919 FM and YouTube at The Street 919 FM. Text to win on The Street 919 FM.
Hey guys, it's Isha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home or, get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatett.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
Finally, a line of baking products that caters for the gluten-free, cholesterol-free, egg-free, and dairy-free person, enriched with sesame, flax meal, and chai seeds. Also try our line of seasonings and spices that are ideal for diabetic, kidney, heart, colon, and hypertensive persons. Perfect for the whole family. Healthy O, the healthier way to go. Find it in a supermarket near you.
Now there's a new way to pay your electricity bill.
Quick pay your bills today. Quick pay, it's a whole new way. Online, pay your bill one time. Yes, there is a whole new way to quick pay for your electricity. Yes, they made it easy. Just enter your account number. 4 clicks and it's over.
Introducing Quick Pay Pay, a new service from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission that lets you pay your bill online with your credit or Visa debit chip card. Just enter the account number and contact information. Click pay and you're done.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live.
All right, we're back and I have stuff to give away. For the person who's asking online, am I involved or contributing anything to keep them from going astray? I think you're probably new to 919. Because persons who aren't new to 919 or who aren't new to me will know exactly what I do to contribute to my community. But since you're new, I'll inform you. Every single year, I have a back to school drive where persons who are top fans for my program, some in the United States of America, some locally, contribute to the tune of 200 school bags filled with books, equipment for the children to use, copybooks, notebooks, pens, pencils. Sometimes we get sneakers, we get lunch kits, we get school uniforms. I have hairdressers who follow my page, comb the children hair before they go out to school, provide them with haircuts. What else do we give them? I try not to lie on myself because the videos are on my Facebook wall. If you don't believe me, you can click on my wall and go see the videos for yourself. Every single year, during the month of August, for the last 6 years, I have done a back-to-school drive in depressed communities. Laventille, Sealot, Nelson and Duncan, just to name a few. What else I've done? Single mothers come to me almost on a daily basis, family. One just as recent as 2 days ago, asking for assistance because she hasn't been working since last year and she needed Pampers for her baby. She was on the last Pampers. I contributed $500 towards the Pampers and milk, and then I took to social media to ask for more assistance for her. We got groceries, we got the Pampers, we got the milk, we got everything that the child needed. And then we dropped it off for her. That is also on my Facebook page. Don't believe me, go and see for yourself. What else have I contributed to make sure that things that we give back to our community? Where to begin? Because I don't want to just make this about me, but since you ask, I will tell you. Again, we continue to watch what somebody else doing, and I think that's the point we keep missing. So because you trying to combat what I am saying and not taking responsibility on yourself to assist, you would ask, well, what you do? And if we all do that, then it never gets done. Because we always watching what somebody else doing. You have to make it your responsibility to step in. When it affects our community, it must affect all of we. But we have become a selfish and a boastful people. Once it doesn't affect me personally, I'm not getting involved. And the same children that we turning a blind eye to is the same children that falling through the cracks, that committing the problems that affecting our community because we refuse to intervene. You seeing mothers struggling in the community, and instead of we ain't like this situation. We realize she bake one, she struggle. She make two, she struggle. While we talk to she, unless she know, hey, family planning free, we step in and make sure anytime we go in the grocery, we pick up a tin of peas for she, or a pack of rice, or a pack of sugar, etc. Until she gets herself on she feet while we helping, she send out resumes. Because it's not just about gimme, gimme, gimme. We assisting she too. Well, you need to stop doing that. Every time we don't want to take responsibility for ourselves, we pass the blame. So you don't want to take responsibility for what's going on. So you say, what's she doing? You're talking. Why, Isha Wells, what you do? And have me to talk about what I do. And I don't want to come here and talk about what I do because me ain't doing it for likes. I'm not doing it for thanks. I'm not doing it for people to say I do it. I just do it because somebody helps my mother with me. I grew up Laventille. We didn't really have. We wasn't a family that always had. And anybody who know me know my story. Some of all you may have already write me off from the community. What would have been my options? To be with a criminal in the area and make a child? Or work KFC? What would have been my options? Because when they come from these type of communities, there's a stigma that persons don't hire you once you put Laventille on your address. What would have been my options if somebody didn't intervene and help me, help my mother with me? What would have been the issue if I don't intervene and help somebody else? It doesn't take much to do. But you had to, I think it had to be in you to do it. Or you had to live it to understand it. Plenty are we so full of ourselves that we get too educated and we get a little bit of wealth and we pull so far away from the community that the issues that affect our people, it's so far from we. That all we do is we just criticize and look down because we're so disconnected with we people. We don't understand their struggles. We don't understand what they're going through. We're so disconnected that all we could do is just shrug we nose at them. And turn we face at them. And criticize them. Instead of trying to be part of the solution, we always want to be part of the problem. And we have to start to be part of the solution in we community. Else we're going to continue going down this road. So I just wanted to say that. Let me go and give away what I need to give away. I guess sidetracked about it, but I just saw it in the comments now. And I just had to run out and say it now. So let me focus on giving away. All right, I'm shaking up the box. A winner of the Angostura hamper, and the winner is Claudia Joseph. Claudia Joseph, phone number. Don't call out Claudia number. Sorry. Claudia Joseph, you just won yourself a hamper. Courtesy Angostura. Congratulations, Claudia. So I have a mixer to give away. Are you ready? All right, so I don't have a name, but I have a number. So the number of the winner of the 6-speed mixer is 312-2574. I repeat, the winner of the 6-speed mixer, phone number 312-2574. Congratulations, yay! Trinidad and Tobago, we have Claudia on the line. Claudia, good afternoon. But wait, Claudia.
Hello.
Afternoon, Claudia.
Good afternoon to you.
Congratulations, girl.
What you saying?
Where you tell yourself you get a whole hamper from Angostura. Congratulations, Queen, and thank you for texting 9191. All the best, love. Bye. All right, so let's see if we get you with the person who won the mixer. Remember, every single week we give away right here on the Street 919 FM. All you have to do in order to win is send a text message from your phone. You text 9191. Whatever program you're listening to, in that program, you text the announcer's name in the comments. And you send, and every week we put it in the box and I pull the draw. Yeah? Next week I hear is big thing we giving away. No, hey, let me see what we get away next week. Let me put it up one time. So next week we giving away this together. If you're on the live, you could see it. We're giving away a steam iron and a coffee maker next week. Both of them go together to one lucky person. And all you know, by Wednesday, I will go come with a little hamper, right? So we may have a hamper in the mix next week as well. But in order to win, all you have to do, the program of your choice, you text 9191 and the name of the announcer in the comments, and then you send. And that's it. So next week looking nice. Here, Jillian. Next week looking good. And I say we go throw a hamper in there by Wednesday, so you go see the stakes going up. All right, let me play some voice notes. I've been ignoring you guys. Let me hear what you're saying. Let's go.
People go want to say, African people are hungry and African people always want. Yeah, some because everything right about now is about African and African. Aisha, it is a sad day in this country, really a sad day in this country, not in this country, in the world and all. Aisha, sometimes I just get fed up. I just feel fed up. I just can't take it anymore. Every time you turn on this radio, the radio station, it's always about black. I just try to understand what's this black people do, people so. You understand? Yes, they will say we do ourselves. But let me tell you something, Aisha. If we keep putting down the people always put us down. And we need to stand up. You understand? And put a stop to it. Stop putting our dirty clothes, our dirty bedding in the open for people. You understand? Aisha is a young person. And I get fed up. I tell you, fed up. I make up my mind, Aisha, after this month, I'm going to cut off of Facebook because I cannot take it anymore. Cut out of social media and the whole. I'm fed up, Aisha. I'm fed up.
Good afternoon, Miss Isha Wells. I just want, my contribution is that we lack accountability in this country, and in fact worldwide. Politicians they are not accountable for whether they steal or whether they thief or whatnot. I think that Trinidad and Tobago has lacked accountability on the whole when it comes to regarding the law of the land, is who have money getting away with it. Yes, blacks killing blacks, that is not a right thing, but we have the Indian people who do other things and get away with it. And I'm not comparing, I'm just saying that we lacked accountability. It's just like a man sinning. Everybody sin, but in different way. Black killing black. We have the Indian people who does a lot of ratchet, who does a lot of bribery into drugs and whatnot. But that's not the point. The point is, if we all have morality, if we all have accountability, know the value of life, know why we are put on this face of the earth, then maybe crime can come down. Also, I hear this gentleman talk about we need to have more doctors. I come from a family of doctors, accountants, engineers, and we all look black. So it's not even about that. Because they have Indian people in the country who don't do nothing but live off of the family, live off of the mother, and live off of the father. So what's the difference? So I am going to say that this whole world, Trinidad included, needs a revamp of morality, needs to understand that we need to respect the laws, need to understand that we need to respect people on a whole. It's not about black and it's not about white, it's not about Indian, it's not about... We are human beings and we need to have accountability. Black people are the most intelligent people on the face of the earth. They just don't make use of it. And we have to recognize who we are. But once in our lifetime, recognize that you are somebody important. Respect the laws of the land. Ministers need to have accountability.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have on the line the winner of the 6-speed mixer, and I am surprised to know is a man, a whole man. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Isha.
How are you doing?
Great. Especially hearing your voice. Pardon me?
You hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Good afternoon, Gavin. Gavin is the name?
Yes, it is.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And were you surprised when you just hear me call out your number on air?
Actually, I was listening to you all evening, Aisha, and I just stepped away from the radio for a little while, and I missed that.
So who tell you win? We called you.
I missed a call, so I returned the call, and then the person called me back. I think it's Jillian.
Yeah.
And let me know what went on.
So which program you texting?
I texted all the programs.
Yeah, congratulations, Gavin.
I was listening to you the evening when you were saying that you want the winner to be on your program. So I ended up sending the message, but I just didn't send my name.
So what message you send?
Yeah.
What message you send?
I sent just Aisha.
Okay. Well, Gavin, congratulations. Are you a chef? Do you cook? Will you put this mixer to use?
My wife will shoot and you do.
Yeah, well, she got early Valentine's Day gift, eh?
Correct.
Correct. Congratulations again, Gavin. All the best to you and your family. And continue to support 999 by texting to win, yeah?
Yes, Aisha, will do.
All the best, bro.
Thank you.
All right, so let me take some phone calls. I see you guys on the line. Caller, you live. Okay, let's go. Caller, you live.
Yes, dear. Thank you.
How you doing?
I am good. And you?
I'm good, Queen. I'm good.
Fiery as usual. But, my dear, there's so much that you allow to pass, but something just, I couldn't let this pass. because I think people should do their research at least. I heard somebody say that what 2 Indian people work in CPEP will produce a doctor, but 2 African people who work in CPEP would produce a CPEP worker. These are people who come over as they are advocating for African people and telling African people all the wrongs and all how to make it right by bashing African people without doing a shred of research. I am sure he's well aware that Rowley's mother was used to be in breakfast shed and cooking there. And he and his colleagues used to go there and eat. You understand? The greatest brain surgeon the world has known to date. His mother was a domestic servant going to clean people's homes. The very Heinz spoke of his aunt or someone relative in his family was a CPEP worker. Why do we do this? Can anybody tell me? All we're doing is bashing each other with, oh, that is a solution. What we didn't do and what we should have done. The playing field is not the same. Let me be as calm as I can be. The playing field is not the same. It's not a level playing field for everybody. So I don't care what people come and say we should do this and why we don't do this and we don't do this and all this set of madness. Something is really wrong with them. Thank you very much, my dear.
Thank you so much.
Please,
but listen, Tanti, don't hang up. I want to talk to you, right?
Yes.
Because I'm seeing in the comments that people are saying the playing field is not the same. But my question is, if we have held political power the longest, we have held the arms of the judiciary the longest, we have held prominent positions in this country the longest, why is the playing field not leveled in our community?
Well, first off, we have not held it the longest per se, and I don't know why people keep running away with the idea that a black face in front means that we run things in this country. Why people don't want to understand what is real and what is truth. You don't hear people boast and say they own this country? And they put politicians there to do their bidding? They don't go in parliament and fight. They don't do that. When will people understand that having a black face in front here does not mean that we run things in this country? We are in a position to get these positions where we can be used as puppets. That is true. We can be doctors, lawyers, politicians, head of state, and all of that. But we work for other people. And that's the honest, clear fact about it. Being a front for the people who run the system here doesn't make us hold in positions and the playing field is not the same. Because if the playing field was the same, Gary Griffith would have gone to every funeral of every young person. But he clearly showing, this is who I stand with and what I stand for. Because I don't see that funeral any worse or any less or any more painful than any other that went before. That pregnant woman down in the Beatum. That is a funeral that man should have gone to. He didn't. Ashanti, oh my God, how the nation ball and I mean, for that girl not so long ago, it was nothing like this. He didn't go to that funeral. So if the playing field was level, he would have been to all the funerals of every young woman that's it. So this thing about we hold all the high positions, yes, we hold all the high positions, and we are working for people. Is that sufficient?
I mean, Tanti, I have nothing but to respect your answer. I can't add to it. I can't take away from it. I just have to respect it because I did not have the answer myself, hence the reason why I asked you.
Sweetheart, it's the honest and goodness truth. That's all it is. Plain and simple. We are there in front, yes, and we are the Prime Minister and the head of state and the this and the that, but we are working for people. End of story. And you don't even have to take it to those who are right here internationally, we have to follow orders. You know? But I wish when people come in with things about African people, at least do your research. I have a friend, he was an engineer in Sweden. And that man tell you his mother used to clean and work in St. Clair. And he went QRC, and when every time they come in, they used to pass and she'll give them a little something to put in their bag. And he used to, I mean, what people talking about? That's the basic history of African people. Why doesn't he find out from that child who was just seconds away from her dream as to practicing medicine when the Alsing took it away from her, right out from underneath her? Why he didn't find out what jobs her parents had? But we just talking about it. Look, anyways. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you, Tanti. Have a great weekend.
You as well.
Well, guys, this is how I have to leave it today. My time is up. Remember, I'm heading for 7 o'clock from Monday. Well, not Monday, because I don't work on Mondays. But from Tuesday. So Tuesday to Friday, it's going to be 4 to 7. Thank you guys so much for staying with me. As I usually say, TNT do got a good deed today. Until tomorrow, when we come with something else, something new, something hot on the official station that defends the nation, The Street 919 FM. Have a good one.
Make I go love you, Jaja, Jaja, Jaja. Make I go love you, tender, 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 tender. Make I go love you, Jaja, Jaja, Jaja. Make I go love you, tender, tender, oh, tender, oh. My love, the eternal, eternally, eternally, eternally. I love you for eternity. Oh, my love, the eternal. Eternally, eternally, eternally. I love you for eternity. I'll swim the deepest ocean to show my devotion, yeah. You know, see me open like a window, my love. I go walla walla for you. You know, see me feel you. Baby, that body, they good, oh. Nah, nah. If I give you all my love, and would you treasure? Can never let me go. Cause you're not gonna find someone to love you better. Oh, if I want to never certain, I want you. Make I go love you, Jaja, Jaja, Jaja. Make I go love you, tender, 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 tender. Make I go love you, Jaja, Jaja, Jaja. Make I go love you, tender, tender, oh, tender. My love, the eternal, eternally, eternally, eternally. I love you for eternity. Oh, my love, the eternal, eternally, eternally, eternally. I love you for eternity. Oh, you give me plenty, plenty love. You give me plenty, plenty love.
When you text on the Street 919 FM, you can win weekly fabulous prizes. Text to win. This week on the Street 919 FM, you can win a 6-speed stand mixer. Using your B-Mobile or Digicel handset, text your name to 9191, which allows you to win. One winner will be selected every Friday at 5 p.m. Listen, text, and win. You can also view live streams on Facebook at The Street 919 FM and YouTube at The Street 919 FM. Text to win on The Street 919 FM.
You juice. You juice. How about me drink me got a natural boost? Ginger, lime and turmeric. Give away every sickness. Get a bottle of this real spice. And make a healthy choice in your life. And let me drink up the juice. And let me drink up the thing from the roots. And let me drink up the thing from the fruits. The you juice. En route to the ultimate you.
Hi, Trinidad and Tobago. This is yours truly, Pastor Charles, streaming live from Port of Spain, Trinidad, Maraval Road, 91.9. Every Wednesday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning. I tell you, we are going to have a T-I-M-E time in the presence of God. We will be praying, praise God, for our nation. We'll be praying for families. We'll be praying for those that are sick and those that are in need. Tune in to the best station, 91.5 FM Street Live, Port of Spain, Maraval.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
You is the one I see, girl. You are the one I dream, girl. All I need is the wine from you, girl. No man control your property, girl. What I see is a wife material. Strong like you from tribe in Nigeria. Got style, yeah, you're not inferior. Them cannot touch you, no way. Can't handle you, no way. Can't raise your pressure, no way. Can't shake your mind, no way. You run your race when you step out in the party. And when your waist and start it, mash up the place. God, show them your attitude, girl. Love for your giving them attitude, girl. Give them the wine and wine good because you look good. God, show me your attitude, girl. Think the wine on, let me see ya. Bust the wine, let me see ya. You put me in the mood. That bumper her attitude. Oh, lo 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 lo. Casa. You make your own money, girl. You turn your own house, girl. Never seen nothing quite like you, girl. Authentic, girl, copy, girl. No such thing, no mixing, girl. Run your thing like a professional. Never fake your original. Them cannot touch you, no way. Can't handle you, no way. Can't raise your pressure, no way. Can't shake your mind, no way. Can't run your race when you step out in the party and turn your head, you start it. Mash up the place. God, show them your attitude, girl. Love for your giving them attitude, girl. Give them the wine and wine good because you look good. God, show me your attitude, girl. Think the wine on, let me see ya. Bust the wine up, let me see ya. You put me in the mood. That bumper her attitude good because you look good. God, show me your attitude, girl. Think the wine on, let me see ya. Do your thing, yeah, mama. Let me see ya, mama. Do your thing, yeah, mama. Let me see ya, let me see ya. Do your thing, yeah, mama. Let me see ya, mama. Do your thing, yeah, mama. Let me see ya, mama. Attitude, girl. Love for your giving them attitude, girl. Give them the wine and wine good because you look good. God, show me your attitude, girl. Think to wine on my girl, go lo 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 lo. God, come for the lo 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 lo. Casa.
You see me, I's a man, love to play, love to jam. You see me, I's a man, I always happy once money in the hand. But I don't got no time for no worries, I don't got no time for no stress in my